well. It's the Prime Minister's birthday, and the BJP, being the electoral juggernaut that it is, has decided to milk it politically. These are all the big launches on the Prime Minister's birthday. Of course, the YashoBhoomi Centre, a grand centre for international delegates, has been inaugurated by the Prime Minister today. Also, the Vishwakarma scheme, extremely politically significant in a crucial election year and also in the run-up to 2024, an outreach to the OBC community and a shifting image of the BJP as well with the Vishwakarma scheme. And also the airport metro extension line that was inaugurated by the Prime Minister here in the national capital as well. Of course, those visuals of the Prime Minister taking the metro, extremely significant politically. We saw the Prime Minister take the metro during the 100 years of DU celebration as well. So in a sense, a repeat of that. And also the Ayushman Bhav scheme that has also been launched as one of the flagship schemes of the BJP in a crucial election year. So of course, big launches, big celebrations there on the Prime Minister's birthday. The BJP milking it politically. And of course, the big political message is for the BJP's OBC outreach, and of course also the fact that the BJP and the Prime Minister's government continues to showcase Bharat to the world with centres like the YashoBhoomi Centre. Let's try and decode each of them separately, each of them, and their political significance as well, starting with the YashoBhoomi Centre. So, of course, the YashoBhoomi Centre is a mega centre built across 73,000 square meters. It has a plenary hall with the seating capacity for 6,000 guests. And the centre also constitutes 15 convention rooms. There's a grand ballroom as well, 13 meeting rooms as part of the centre. It also boasts of an extensive LED media facade. So, of course, there you can see that grand spectacle of the Prime Minister inaugurating the YashoBhoomi Centre. After the Bharat Mandapam, the YashoBhoomi Centre really being showcased as India's message to the world. It's, of course, for international delegates. It's been built in a grand, the grand structure has been built in an extremely meticulous way, especially after the Bharat Mandapam and its grand success in the G20 as well. So extremely significant there that the YashoBhoomi Centre is being inaugurated on the Prime Minister's birthday. And as I said, it's being built meticulously with a grand ballroom, 13 meeting rooms as well, the convention centres, and it has a capacity for 6,000 guests. This also, as the BJP and the Modi-led government talks about its infrastructure push. Of course, the Bharat Mandapam is something that we talked about, and also the new parliament and the kind of infrastructural detail that has gone into it as well. So a similar sort of a spectacle is being witnessed there in the YashoBhoomi Centre as well.
आज का विकसित होता हुआ भारत हर क्षेत्र में अपनी नई पहचान बना रहा है। कुछ दिन पहले हमने देखा है कि कैसे भारत मंडपम को लेकर दुनिया भर में चर्चा हुई है। ये इंटरनेशनल एग्जीबिशन सेंटर यशोभूमि इसी परंपरा को और भव्यता से आगे बढ़ाता है। और यशोभूमि का सीधा सीधा संदेश है, इस भूमि पर जो भी होगा यश ही यश प्राप्त होने वाला है। ये भविष्य के भारत को शोकेस करने का एक शानदार सेंटर बनेगा।
What really is a larger message being sent out by the Prime Minister with the YashoBhoomi Centre? Vasudha Venugopal is with us on the broadcast. Vasudha, so after the Bharat Mandapam and the new parliament, now you have the grand YashoBhoomi Centre. Of course, the larger message is to showcase Bharat to the world, as the Prime Minister says, and also, a new India, perhaps one that has infrastructure as a centre stage in terms of its message to the world. The Prime Minister himself has a keen eye for detail when it comes to such infrastructural projects. How significant is the YashoBhoomi Centre, and what is the larger message?
Yes, Vedant, like you rightly said, this is an effort by the Modi government to showcase its, investment in infrastructure, but also something like the YashoBhoomi, which is very similar to Bharat Mandapam. And I remember on July 26, when the Prime Minister had inaugurated Bharat Mandapam, he said that the utility of such international convention centers need to go beyond hosting just diplomatic international events, but also to showcase the best of what India has to offer, what Indians have to offer. And by Indians, he was trying to mean the poorest of poor Indians, because if you see, the highlight of YashoBhoomi is also, this whole range of exhibition halls that, it has. And today, while Prime Minister was speaking about it, he said that the, spending capacity of those who come for conferences and, those who come to India looking at it as a conference destination, their spending capacity is much more than normal, regular tourists. And that is something that India needs to sort of milk, and that is something that India needs to vie for. He said that, conference destination, smaller countries with just 2 crore, 3 crore population have become conference destinations. And we, on the other hand, have not been able to do that. We have a share of just 1 or 2% in that whole conference destination tourism potential, and that is something we need to change. That was something that he was harping on. And remember, it was during the inauguration of Bharat Mandapam that he basically said that he has this goal of making India among the 3 top economies of the world in his second term. So it is quite an ambitious thing, and Bharat Mandapam and YashoBhoomi actually fit into that whole narrative of showcasing infrastructure and also using it to showcase what India has, because while infrastructure is one thing, there will be exhibition halls here, and like one district, one product, like G20 basically was taken to 60 cities, and every district, every city was, given a chance to sort of show its capabilities and artistic abilities. These 2 centers will also showcase India's strengths and in a way increase India's potential to sort of shine in the world. That is something the Prime Minister was showing, and that probably underlines the importance of today's convention center.